I would like to call to order this regular meeting of the New York State Public Authorities Control Board. I would like to start by asking the members or their designated representatives to identify themselves for the record. I'll go first. My name is Darby Grassi, and I am the designated representative of the chair, Elizabeth Fine.
Chrysanthi Chalakis, representing Senator Leroy Comrie.
Philip Fields, representing Assemblyman Kenneth Zabrowski.
Isabella Underwood, representing Assemblyman Joe Giglio.
Stephen Rodway, representing Senator George Borrello.
Thank you. The first item of business on our agenda is the approval of minutes from the board's June 21st meeting. Draft copies of the minutes were previously distributed to the members and staffs. Are there any suggested edits, amendments, or corrections to these minutes? If there are no amendments, I would ask for a motion to adopt the minutes.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. Could I have a, thank you. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The minutes are adopted. Before we consider the action items on today's agenda, I would like to note that pursuant to Section 51-2 of the Public Authorities Law, applications in support of the items on today's agenda were previously provided to the Office of the State Comptroller for review and consideration. OSC has provided a letter to the board summarizing the Comptroller's comments on today's agenda, and a copy of the letter has been provided to each member. And we have a representative from OSC present with us today. Thank you. Now we will move on to the action items for today's agenda. The first action, we're going to go a little out of order, just heads up. The first action item on today's agenda comes from the Dormitory Authority. We have a representative from DASNY with us today. This item is for bond issuance. It's 23-DA-1367. It is for the State University of New York Dormitory Facilities Revenue Bond. We have a representative from DASNY with us today. If you could please introduce yourself and present the item for the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning, everyone. My name is Matt Bergen, representing the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York. The first resolution before the Public Authorities Control Board speaks to a financing on behalf of the SUNY Dormitory Facilities Revenue Bond Program. And this financing was approved at the dormitories board meeting of June 21st. So let me go into the details of this transaction. The loan will include one or more series of fixed and or variable rate tax-exempt or taxable bonds in an amount not to exceed $920 million, with maturities not to exceed 30 years from the July 1st next exceeding their date of issuance. The purpose of this financing is to finance the design, construction, and or rehabilitation costs relating to residential facilities located on various State University of New York or SUNY campuses, as well as a tender of all or a portion of various taxable DASNY SUNY dorm program bonds, including the Series 2019 B bonds, the Series 2020 A bonds, as well as the Series 2021 A bonds, and these would be for debt service savings. The security for this credit includes a first lien on dormitory rentals that are deposited to the Commissioner of Taxation and Finance through the Dormitory Facilities Revenue Fund. And the current ratings are AA3, A+, and A+. Thank you.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. The next item we have from DASNY is 23-DA-1368, and this is bonds on behalf of the New York Presbyterian Hospital Obligated Group.
Thank you. This financing was approved at the Dormitory Authority's board meeting of yesterday, July 26th. And again, this is for the New York and Presbyterian Hospital Obligated Group. This loan will entail one or more series of fixed and or variable rate tax-exempt and or taxable bonds in an amount not to exceed $400 million with maturities not to exceed 20 years. The purpose is the refinancing of the New York and Presbyterian Hospital's 2013 taxable FHA insured mortgage. The security includes a general obligation of the New York and Presbyterian Hospital and the obligated group, but I did want to note that the New York and Presbyterian Hospital is the only member of the obligated group. And the expected ratings are from Moody's AA2 and from Fitch AA.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
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 Aye. The resolution is adopted. Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. The next items on today's agenda, we're going back to the beginning, is from are from the Empire State Development Corporation. We have Resolution 23-UD-2014, and we have a representative from ESD with us today. I ask that you, when you have a moment, please introduce yourself and present the item.
Sure, thank you. Brad Austin from ESD. Would you announce the first item, Darby?
Yes, this is approving grants via the Regional Economic Development Councils.
Excellent, thank you. The Urban Development Corporation is submitting for your approval the following REDC grants. $100,000 to Hobart and William Smith Intercultural Affairs Center Capital in Ontario County. $584,261 to Sherway-Can Capital in Kings County. $145,000 to WMT Precision Capital in Cayuga County, $185,000 to Kiosa Capital in Suffolk County, $500,000 to City of New Rochelle Green Parking Garage Capital in Westchester County, $300,000 to Bridgehampton Child Care and Recreation Center Capital in Suffolk County, $1 million to Amphion Piano Mero Soleil Redevelopment Project in Onondaga County, $270,000 to Stony Brook University Advanced Sources Laboratory Capital in Suffolk County, $800,000 to the Town of Riverhead Downtown Revitalization Capital in Suffolk County, and $2.5 million to Feldmeyer Equipment Riverside Expansion Capital in Herkimer County. All of these items have been previously approved by the UDC and in compliance with all applicable rules and regulations.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I ask for a motion to adopt.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. Thank you. Next, we have 23-UD-2015, and this is approving grants via the Downtown Revitalization Initiative.
Thank you. Urban Development Corporation is submitting for your approval the following DRI grants. $225,000 to the African American Center for Cultural Development in Cattaraugus County, $428,000 to SEAT Workforce Training Center in Schenectady County, $442,407 to Maple City Savings DRI Capital in Steuben County. These projects have been approved by the UDC and in compliance with all applicable rules and regulations.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. Next, we have 23-UD-2016, and this is approving grants via the Restore New York Communities Initiative.
Thank you. The Urban Development Corporation is submitting for your approval the following Restore New York grants. $840,000 to Ulster County for the Barrel Factory Project in Ulster County. $1.5 million to the City of Kingston for the CPW project in Ulster County, and also $500,000 to the Town of Ausable for the Keysville Civic Center project in Clinton County. All of these items have been approved by the UDC and in compliance with all applicable rules and regulations.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
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 Aye. The resolution is adopted. Next, we have 23-UD-2017. This is approving grants via the FAST New York Works Economic Development Program.
Thank you. The Urban Development Corporation is submitting for your approval the following Fast New York grant. It's for $7.3 million to Comida Fast New York Capital in Monroe County, and this item has been previously approved by the UDC and is in compliance with all applicable rules and regulations.
Thank you. The members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
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 Aye. The resolution is adopted. Next, we have 23-UD-2018. This is approving a grant via the Capital Assistance Program for Technology, Infrastructure, and Economic Development.
Thank you. The Urban Development Corporation is submitting for your approval the following Capital Assistance Program for Technology, Infrastructure, and Economic Development grant. It's for $500,000 to Trillium Health in Monroe County. It has been previously approved by the UDC in compliance with all applicable rules and regulations.
Thank you. The members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. Next, we have item 23-UD-2019, and this is approving a project at World Trade Center Site 5. And please introduce yourself and present the item.
I'm Arden Sokolow, the Executive Vice President for Real Estate at ESD. The Urban Development Corporation is requesting authorization for the acquisition of 5 World Trade Center for the redevelopment and furtherance of the World Trade Center Memorial and Cultural Program General Project Plan approved by the UDC directors. 5 World Trade is located at 130 Liberty Street and is the southernmost site of the World Trade Center campus and the location of the former Deutsche Bank building. LMDC, the Lower Manhattan Development Corporation, a subsidiary of ESD, used HUD's Community Development Block Grants funds to acquire, remediate, and clear Site 5. In 2006, the Port Authority and LMDC entered into a memorandum of understanding by which LMDC would swap the site with Port Authority property it owned at the center of the campus to enable the 9/11 Memorial Museum as well as the Performing Arts Center to be built. Community input led LMDC and the Port Authority to consider residential development at Site 5, and in 2019, they issued an RFP that would allow for commercial or mixed-use development, including a requirement for affordable housing. In 2021, the mixed-use project and development team was conditionally designated. Since then, there have been over 30 public engagement meetings on the proposed project, including meetings with the Community Advisory Committee, presentations to Manhattan Community Board 1, and meeting with a wide variety of other stakeholders. When the proposed project was first introduced, 25% of the residential units were proposed as affordable. Based on continued feedback from elected officials and others, we presented the project to the public sponsor boards at a minimum of 30% affordable, but noted that if additional funds were identified, the affordability could increase. Since that time, over $65 million plus a concession on rent from the Port Authority has been identified as available for this project. Once these funds are committed and available, affordable units will be increased from 30% to 1/3 of the units. And the average AMI will serve households earning below 80% of the area median income, with units serving households earning 40, 65, 80, 100, and 120% of the area median income. The permanent affordable housing requirements will be governed by a regulatory agreement to be administered by New York State Homes and Community Renewal. In addition to the approximately 1,200 units, of which 1/3 will be permanently affordable, the proposed project will deliver office space, retail, community facility, and a connection to Liberty Park. The benefits of this project to the community and New York State as a whole are immense. Thank you.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I ask for a motion to adopt.
Move that.
Second.
Thank you. That item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
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 Aye. The resolution is adopted. Thank you.
Thank you. See you in September.
The next items we have on today's agenda come from the Environmental Facilities Corporation. We start off having some loans. Item number 23-EF-886. This is State Clean Water Revolving Fund grant financing projects. We have a representative from EFC with us today. If you could please introduce yourself for the record
Sure.
and present the item.
Good morning. Brian McAvoy from the Environmental Facilities Corporation. Thank you. On June 22nd, 2023, EFC's Board of Directors met and approved the following Clean Water Revolving Fund projects being presented to you this afternoon for review and approval. The first 3 are short-term interest rate financings. The first is for the Village of Menands in Albany County for the amount of $2,609,338 for costs associated with the planning, design, and construction of sanitary system improvements in the South End neighborhood. The second is for the Village of Newark in Wayne County for the amount of $511,000 for costs associated with the planning, design, and construction of wastewater treatment plant disinfection improvements for the village. The last is for the Village of Wayland in Steuben County for the amount of $1,125,000 for costs associated with the planning, design, and construction of wastewater treatment plant improvements for the village. The next 2 are short-term market rate financings. The first is for the same project for the Village of Menands as described above or earlier. It is with an initial interest rate not to exceed 6%. The next is for the Village of Wayland, again the same project described earlier, and this is for the initial interest rate of not to exceed 6%. The next are short-term interest-free financings. The first is for the Village of Fonda in Montgomery County for the amount of $814,000 $950 for costs associated with the planning, design, and construction of sanitary sewer improvements in the village. The next is for the Village of Fredonia in Chautauqua County, an amount of $4,878,833 for costs associated with the planning, design, and construction of the village's wastewater treatment plant improvement project Phase 1. The third is for the Village of Middleport in Niagara County for the amount of $714 for costs associated with the planning, design, and construction of a disinfection system at the village's wastewater treatment plant. The fourth is for the Village of Naples in Ontario County for the amount of $4,812,577 for costs associated with the planning, design, and construction of a new collection system and wastewater treatment plant to serve the village. The fifth is for the Village of Odessa in Schuyler County for the amount of $4,071,125 for costs associated with the planning, design, and construction of a new collection system and wastewater treatment plant to serve a portion of the village. The sixth and last of the interest-free is in City of Rensselaer in Rensselaer County for the amount of $2,494,784 for costs associated with design and construction of sanitary and storm sewer replacement and sanitary sewer rehabilitation within the county sewer district number 1. The next is a long-term market rate financing for the Sleepy Hollow Sewage Company Incorporated in Greene County for the amount of $6,904,042 for costs associated with the planning, design, and construction of sanitary pump station and wastewater treatment plant upgrades with an initial interest rate not to exceed 8.25%. I'm here today to seek the Public Authority Control Board's approval for these financings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. Next, we have 23-EF-887. This is State Drinking Water Revolving Fund Direct Financing Projects.
Thank you. On June 22nd, EFC's Board of Directors met and approved the following Drinking Water State Revolving Fund project being presented to you this afternoon for review and approval. It is a short-term market rate financing for the Village of Menands in Albany County for the amount of $2,094,120 for costs associated with the replacement of approximately 12,250 linear feet of water main in the South End neighborhood.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. The next three items we have are amendments. First is 23-EF-697C, and this is amending a drinking water state revolving fund maturity extension to the town of Oneonta.
Sure. EFC seeks approval to amend Resolution Number 16-EF-697, which was previously approved by PACB on September 21st, 2016, in order to authorize a maturity extension to the town of Oneonta in Otsego County. The first project consists of the creation of the Southside Water District Number 5, which will serve residences currently on insufficient private wells and will consolidate several existing small privately owned water systems along New York State Route 23. The second project consists of the creation of the Southside Water District Number 5, which will consolidate and serve several small privately owned public water systems along New York State Route 23.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. Next, we have 23-EF-746A. This is a drinking water state revolving fund maturity extension to the Village of Fonda.
Thank you. EFC seeks approval to amend Resolution number 18-EF-746, which was previously approved by PACB on September 19, 2018, in order to authorize a maturity extension to the Village of Fonda in Montgomery County. This project consists of installing reservoir aeration and a new reservoir intake, new filtration units, piping, valves, and pumps at the water treatment plant, replacement of aged water mains, and installation of a new pressure-reducing valve distribution, installation of a mixing system, and supervisory control and data acquisition system for its water storage tank.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the resolution is adopted. Next, we have 23-EF-766B. This is approving a drinking water state revolving fund maturity extension to the town of Chesterfield.
Thank you. EFC seeks approval to amend Resolution Number 19-EF-766, which was previously approved by PACB on April 17, 2019, in order to authorize a maturity extension to the town of Chesterfield in Essex County. The project consists of the rehabilitation of the existing surface water treatment plant, as well as the installation of new groundwater sources and accessories necessary to integrate the new groundwater source with the existing system.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the resolution is adopted. Next, we have 23-EF-813A. This is approving a clean water state revolving fund financing, seeking an increase for the Village of Corfu.
Thank you. EFC seeks approval to amend Resolution Number 20-EF-813, which was previously approved by PACB on October 21st, 2020, in order to authorize a funding increase to the Village of Corfu in Genesee County. This project consists of the planning, design, and construction of a combined outfall and disinfection system at the town of Pembroke and Village of Corfu wastewater treatment plants.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the resolution is adopted. Next, we have 23-EF-743A. This is a clean water state revolving fund financing, seeking a maturity extension to the Albany Municipal Water Finance Authority.
Thank you. EFC seeks approval to amend Resolution Number 18-EF-743, which was previously approved by PACB on July 25th, 2018, in order to authorize a maturity extension to the Albany Municipal Water Finance Authority in Albany County. The project consists of the planning, design, and construction of combined sewer overflow abatement projects constructed in the cities of Troy, Albany, Cohoes, in support of the Albany Pool Combined Sewer Overflow Long-Term Control Plan.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The resolution is adopted. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. The last item on today's agenda comes from the Housing Finance Agency. Give you a second to get yourself settled in.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is a supportive housing preservation program subsidy loan. It's item number 23-HF-927, a loan on behalf of Cornerstone Residence Project. We have a representative from HFA with us today. Please introduce yourself and present the item.
I'm Joe Palazzolo. I'm the Vice President and Assistant Counsel at the New York State Housing Finance Agency. This matter is for the issuance of a supportive housing preservation program subsidy loan on behalf of Cornerstone Residence Project in an aggregate amount not to exceed $16,588,865 to fund the refinancing and rehabilitation of a residential community in Newburgh, Orange County.
Thank you. Do the members have any questions with respect to this item? If there are no questions, I'd ask for a motion to adopt.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been moved and seconded. All in favor of adopting the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The resolution is adopted.
Thank you.
Joe. This concludes the published items of business on today's agenda. Is there any further business that needs to be brought to the board's attention at this time? Okay. If there is no further business to come before the board today, I would like to note that the next regularly scheduled meeting of this board is scheduled for September 13th, 2023 at 2 p.m. in this room, Capitol Room 131. It is currently 10 a.m. and we are hereby adjourned. Thank you.